Another thing that bothers me is why they bother killing two people.
What?
Because all the rule says if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing two people means more clues and more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps. I see, so that's what that means.
Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends.
What's with the attitude?
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, wouldn't it have killed him to tell me what it was? Okay. I'm kind of getting the feeling that it was two separate murders, although done in a similar fashion, so that people would all think it was only one person. But I still don't think Kyoko's behind it. I think it's someone else, but it's... this is going to sound strange because Celeste has an alibi, but I think it's Hiro and Celeste. Hiro did it originally because of whatever reason he had. And then when Celeste was attacked by the hammer and saw that Hifumi was being dragged off, she woke up an hour later. We don't know exactly when Taka was killed, but we can assume that he was actually looking for the laptop during that point in time, in which case, if Celeste was already up and wandering around and she got attacked, she could have taken the hammer or whatever and beat Taka to death with it or something, and then gone and laid back down and passed out or whatever and claimed she was unconscious. She didn't technically have an alibi at that point other than what she told us, and she is a gambler. So she could have done that thinking that all the odds were on Hiro and she could have gotten away. But that also leaves the fact that there's two murderers in this case, and it's not an accomplice case. It's two separate murderers. That's what's weird about it. But I still think Kyoko being gone at this point isn't the obvious thing. Right. I don't think it implements her, although I still think she's possibly the spy.
Right, okay. Well, I think that clears up this room.
I don't think there's anything. There's only one way in and out of this room. The door that Hina said was locked before. Definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside. I don't see any way to lock it from the art room. Okay, so it's blank on the other side. That means they couldn't have lockpicked it. That means
it had to have been locked inside.
So the person was inside the room at the time when you were trying.
But Sakura and Hina were outside the room the entire time.
Exactly.
So how would the murderer escape? That's what you gotta keep in mind.
Unless they both left for a split second when Celeste.
Yeah, they had to go to the bathroom again. Darn Hina was missing the murders while leaving the room for a minute.
Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing
We've
bodies.
confirmed that the door is locked.
And the door is designed so that it can only be locked from inside. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked it. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... Gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else.
Nurse's office, equipment
room.
Where will we go? That's the question. Because we have a lot of investigation to do and not a lot of time to do it.
Another thing that kind of bothers me, but not really, is like you can do as much investigating as you want, but you actually don't know all the facts until you get into the class trial because...
Well, there's no way of knowing all the facts.
Well, I know that, but like part of the mystery, like I feel like I'm trying to solve the mystery as I'm going by, and I'm trying to like figure out who it is. But there's legitimately, even though for some reason other people can find other facts that I can't, right? Like Byakuya figuring out different things that I couldn't figure out. Like, for some reason I couldn't go to the same room and come up with the same conclusion as he did.
He's smarter.
Yes, he's smarter. But I feel like without a doubt, I should be able to try and piece everything together before the Clash trial, but instead, there's some information that is legitimately hid from everyone, like someone walking in a hall, you know? Which I understand that, but...
Because you can't get everyone's account straight off the bat.
Exactly. You
Some
can't
stuff
get
you
everyone to
just can't
say
find out.
everything.
I think it's trying to be like a realistic because you couldn't possibly solve the entire murder in the amount of time you have.
Mm-hmm.
Because you technically are timed, even though you're not really timed.
Yeah, it waits until you get enough information to be able to solve the mystery.
Right.
Kirigiri's also still missing. Unless... No.
She was hiding behind the machine the entire time. I like how that blood kind of growed into existence right then.
Oh, and of course she'd be here.
She likes this one, for whatever reason.
See, the thing that's weird with all these mallets is, none of them has blood on them. So I don't think they were the actual murder weapon. None of the mallets were. There was only one, and it was the one that's stained, spotless, that's still hanging up.
Well, that one didn't have blood in it, it was clean.
It was clean, yes, but it had been recently used. It was still wet. So I think it was cleaned off.
Right.
See, it wasn't the murder weapon, that's the thing. It's not covered in blood. There's blood everywhere, but the murder weapon itself has none. I mean, I understand, like, you smack someone in the head with a hammer, right? Like, it's not gonna instantly bleed, so I could kind of see that, but by the fact that one of the mallets was clean,
right.
I'm really getting the feeling it should have been covered in blood.
Some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room.
Yeah, they dragged the body off using
The dolly?
the dolly thing.
This was the room with
Not the dolly. Yeah, that reminds me of the dolly in the repository. There's blood on the tire.
the room with Taka in it.
Yeah.
Taka's body was moved with the dolly.
Yep.
Well, that explains how both rooms are on the 3rd floor. That explains the use of the dolly.
But it does not explain. To move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? How in the world did they get him up there? Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. Still a total mystery. Unless they use the...
There's
tarp.
a tarp in here.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently, too. Yeah, there were 3 stacked, and now there's 2 of them. So I think that confirms my theory a little bit on how Taka was moved in there using the dolly. However, Hifumi was dragged up there using the tarp, and the tarp...
Even with a tarp, could you lift someone as heavy as
I don't
Hifumi?
think so, but I think the game's gonna go that route. But regardless, the bodies were then swapped.
To try and create confusion.
Exactly.
To
He
try-
wasn't dragged in there with the tarp.
Right. Any other investigation? We could talk to her, of course.
No. It's just her. And I doubt she has anything enlightening.
Sleeping right here when the killer carried the bodies away. I missed such an ultimately rare event. Well, at least she had something to say about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't something insane.
It wasn't anything helpful either.
It wasn't helpful, it wasn't insane. Count your blessings.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Nurse's room.
Okay, so the nurse's room, we have to go all the way to the 1st floor, which...
Maybe we'll meet someone on the way.
Is it gonna allow me to teleport?
Yeah, you can teleport.
Well, with it being an investigation, I wasn't sure if it would let me. And honestly, I probably shouldn't teleport, because if I run into anyone else, I might be able to get other information, but... whatever.
Well, Celeste.
Once again, hammer, not bloody, though. But left the weapon behind. That's another thing. In every situation, the weapon was left behind.
The weapon was left behind. Not only that, but another thing is the hammers are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Mm-hmm. And each one's an increasing size, so 1's the smallest, 4 being the largest.
And that's hammer 3, and the one that killed Taka is hammer 4. Or was hammer 1 and 2 again?
1 was the one used to smack Celeste up in the rec room.
Right.
Number 2 was in the library, where we found Hifumi's
Right,
body
okay,
the first time.
I forgot about that.
And then we have Hammer 3, which was the one to actually kill Hifumi in the nurse's office, and 4,
Hammer
which
4
killed
that killed
Taka.
Taka.
But, once again, I don't think any of the hammers were actually used to kill anyone. Maybe to smack them, but not to kill.
Right.
Because there was the spotless one in the other room.
Fair enough. Trash can? Maybe something was thrown away.
Just normal trash can. Wait, there's something inside. A glasses cleaning cloth. So Hifumi might have been alive, and he wiped the blood from his glasses. And then the killer, seeing that Hifumi
He was
had
wiping
lived
the
through
blood
it,
from his glasses while he was
and then
in the nurse's room.
Mm-hmm.
And then the killer came and finished him off.
Exactly. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh,
Did you find something? Cleaning cloth in the trash can. A cleaning cloth. It's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. Could it do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. But I think it might be important. Glasses cleaning cloth.
With the anime character.
Yeah, so it was definitely Hifumi's.
Right.
Plus, I think he's the only one who wears glasses. No, Byakuya.
Byakuya, but
Not involved.
right. And also the anime character.
Yes.
Can we chat with her a little bit? Maybe find something out?
I was looking around to see if there's anything else. No, it's just her. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. Simply going around seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? I'm just checking this and that. Main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, huh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Tina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. When we got back, the body was gone. Could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Tina said the same thing. So then the killer who was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in the short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible.
Celeste's account.
But it's backed by Hina.
Right.
And I don't think Hina, regardless if Celeste was involved, I don't think Hina is involved at all.
Right. Byakuya is here.
Oh, he's looking for me.
This is where
Great.
you were. I've been looking for you.
You have?
I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. We should go to Kiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this.
Meet in the dining hall.
This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right?
You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap.
Kyoko and Hiro. Hiro said Kyoko asked him to get everyone together. Kyoko was... Why couldn't Kyoko do it herself? She usually would have done something like that by herself.
Things grow ever more exciting, but now we get to go to Hiro's room.
Already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye.
Meet in the dining hall. Well, let's go to Hiro's room.
What's waiting for me there?
Hiro's dead.
No.
Suicide. Technically, it wouldn't have been
Possibly.
involved at all.
Unless he's asleep. Unless he also received a note. Wait, he's like all the way at the end of me.
Yeah.
It's like...
Next one. Yep, there you go. Yasuhiro.
Door's unlocked. I can go inside. Did say to go look. It might be a great idea, but I'm not... I'm gonna take the plunge.
Who leaves the door unlocked like that? Like, come on.
It's Hero's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here.
This is probably the most decorative one we've seen.
Yeah. Where did he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? The thing is, though, like, how is he getting all this stuff inside? The only way I could think of it is if he was working with Monokuma. That's the only possible way he could have gotten anything inside, is if Monokuma let him.
Well, that and, you know, the Monokuma store.
He did not buy all of this from the Monokuma store.
You could have found it in the storage.
Storage, maybe, but I doubt it.
There's boxes everywhere. It could have been the storage.
I think there's something in the cardboard box. Blueprints for the suit. Looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster? This Robo Justice? That's in Hero's room? But wait. Blueprints. Something about them bothers me. Robo Justice have the arms been like this. The thing is, if that's Hero's handwriting, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So Kyoko would have been the one who wrote those notes, but he claimed he wrote them.
And if he wrote the notes, then that means that he didn't write this.
Exactly.
So something is off.
The handwriting just doesn't fit.
If we have something else to prove that he wrote his handwriting is like that,
Exactly.
we need some proof of what his handwriting is
Ooh,
like.
wait. No. I find it strange that my desk comes with a notebook, but his doesn't.
You know, it does seem like some people have things that they brought to the school with them.
Exactly, which is what's weird. Like,
Notebook for us.
this.
Some of this stuff might have been his that he brought to the school on his first day, and like
Monokuma
just decided to
dragged
hang
with
it up.
him.
Yeah, like maybe he was trying to. I don't know.
Nothing in here.
Bathroom even get this dirty? What happened in there?
Normal bed, pretty much like
I
the
mean,
one in my room.
we haven't cleaned at all during our stay here. And our bathroom probably looks. Our bathroom had a person murdered in it.
And it looks gorgeous.
Big news! Big news!
What's wrong?
We found Kyoko.
Oh, what? Where is she?
I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
Robo Justice showed up too.
But his costume's in there. Robo Justice?
It's Hero wearing the costume.
Okay.
As soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor.
In the pool. Hero and Kyoko would turn up at the same time.
Anyway, I have to head to the pool.
Both at the pool? What was Kyoko doing at the pool this entire time?
Okay, I don't know why, but
Oh, there's
was
Robo
he
Justice
hiding in the
back there.
locker?
I mean, he could have been.
I don't know. I'm starting to get the feeling Kyoko was involved in the murder. And unfortunately, like, every single person so far that I've ever tried to get to know to get the star on my lovely board here either ends up dead or is now apparently a murderer. This is starting to get irritating. Does the game run off a system like, oh, he seems interested in this character. Get rid of him! Kyoko and...
I mean,
Man, I've had the worst day.
Hero? Hero?
huh? Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
dude.
Robo.
Who else would I be? That's a good question. Well, what? Why do I look like this? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping?
What
Was
is
it the Illuminati?
Robo Justice finally made his appearance, huh? I guess Kyoko's the one that found him. I am positive that there's this suspicious individual that attacked me.
Yeah, you have photographic proof, which is what's weird.
Apparently that ridiculous object is Hero. I'd ask Kyoko for details about you.
She didn't have anything to say.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. Looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and then woke him up.
Don't be mean.
Still can't believe you kicked me.
Should have been a little more gentle about it. Like, I don't know, caress my face or something.
What?
It's
That's
creepy.
creepy. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? Just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Wow.
Something I had to check up on. What do you mean? Never mind. Can't never mind.
Nothing.
Never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, she says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind?
And?
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that.
I mean,
Well, I mean, I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep, don't even know how that happened, then I woke and then I was here.
I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Well, well, what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself? You make this stupid freaking thing.
It would seem.
Clasps on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. Looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It's like it took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hiro out of the suit. So that means someone had to have put him in the suit.
Because you
couldn't
can't
have been
put it
able
on
to get
yourself.
it himself. A few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off.
And he claims he doesn't even know how he got in the suit.
So someone could have been going around in the suit, murdered the two people, and then when they
But
finished,
you can't get the suit off yourself. The clasps prevents that.
So regardless, even after the murder, someone would have had to know, hey, and then swapped it out.
Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hiro?
So then.
More to the point, nobody but Hiro would be able to wear that costume. Hold on a sec.
Honestly,
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well.
is that okay?
In other words, it's obvious to everyone that you made this costume.
That's true, I saw the blueprints myself.
Yeah, me too.
Could it be?
And it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone
That's terrible.
was Hiro.
Shall we tie him up and gag him?
Just the worst.
Good idea, we wouldn't want him killing anyone else. He can't.
Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think this is going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment.
Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
Can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided you killed them.
What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake hero running around.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear that costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
To be a jerk about it, I will.
Without missing a beat,
Without missing a bit.
Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume.
Huh.
See, look, see how loose it is?
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hiro could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again.
Ah.
Well, now you're all out of excuses.
If it was another guy, then...
Makoto, go ahead.
Okay. Against my will, I picked up the pieces off the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
I told you, it's impossible.
You are absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hiro's body exactly.
But
There's another costume. They must have one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence? He's been locked in a locker in his defense.
Claim there's another suit, then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Here's the one who without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
This is how we know it was him.
What?
I have no idea what's been happening. Someone like tell me.
Robo Justice costume has been added to the Truth Bullet section.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed, Taka and Hifumi. 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it.
I did not. Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed,
How about that?
I said I know who did it.
So then.
You might as well tell us then. We're fighting over alter ego, right?
I'm at least 30%.
Which means alter ego or Chihiro must have done it.
What?
I would have been more likely to say they both smacked each other with hammers and fell. And then Hifumi drug himself into the library.
Nope, it was Alter Ego, the laptop.
But it was Alter Ego, the laptop.
Correct.
That's unfortunate.
Please.
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us, just admit that you did it, okay?
I'm telling you guys, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so
That
bad.
note. Last night someone slipped a weird note under my door. Here's what it said. Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1. The last thing I remember is going to the rec room, and for some reason I fell asleep. Rec room. Who did we find in there? Celeste. I'm just saying it's convenient, plus she had Hifumi's camera. She took the picture using Hifumi's camera.
Which is great, but again, how do you get into the suit?
Hiro was put in the suit by Celeste, posed, possibly posed, but then Hifumi, having an attraction to Celeste, came up and thought it was just a joke, right? And posed for the picture. That's just
A very
my
convenient
thought.
line of events is happening before us.
I'm just saying it's very convoluted but possible. I'm not gonna give it. I'm giving Hiro here the benefit of the doubt that he was passed out the entire time.
You're saying someone framed him.
Yes.
Okay.
Which we've seen happen before. I mean, Makoto was framed.
Right. Well,
Hey.
framed.
Framed.
On accident.
It happened in my
Was
room.
going to be framed, but then accidentally framed by the actual killer who was the victim, but was the killer.
Yes.
Framed.
Framed.
The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So...
No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
What? Really?
I told you, someone's trying to set me up. Secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. If you have that, proof would be show us the note.
Even if that's true, you must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you.
Especially if it was meat alone.
After being trapped here for so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right?
Yeah, but it's weird how it... You'd think if someone found a way out, they would tell everyone.
Well, he might have thought that note was delivered to everyone. So when he got there, that everyone would be
Because the
there.
same thing happened when they wanted to go to the dining hall.
And the headmaster wouldn't have found out. But when he got there, he was the only one.
Or not dining hall, the bathhouse.
Bathhouse. But when he got there, he was the only one. It was too late for him to react.
Right. Being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check. They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me.
I still don't buy it.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Shop
Jesus.
smart.
Show
Shop
us-
S-smart.
Show us that note.
With pleasure. I have it right here in my pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it.
Sure.
Sure.
Please.
I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the note? No particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us a reason. The heck, for serious? His account has been added to our handbook.
Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Yeah, but we might as well investigate to our best ability, just in case he isn't the one who did it. Otherwise, it's our lives on the line.
Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hiro.
No, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. You must be totally broke, and that's why. False accusations.
Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you. If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right?
You're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet don't fail me now.
I guess I better get back to guard duty.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why did she leave? Because I was gonna ask Toko, Genocide Jack, to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands.
Well, that explains that. One by one, everyone peeled away,
Makoto.
leaving just Kyoko.
Do you have a second? I want you to help me with the investigation.
It seems...
Looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground. I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway,
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
shall we go?
Now then, shall we?
Hey,
Well, we're working with Kyoko now. I'd like to examine the corpses. Can't believe I'm hearing that from the girl the same age as me.
correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree?
Am I supposed to answer?
Anyway, we have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay then, show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository, then I guess... Okay, so she doesn't know where the bodies are located, which kind of proves... Well, unless she's faking, obviously. But it kind of shows that she has no idea. Which kind of makes me think she's not the one behind it. But I do think it's kind of weird how she's getting... Like, after having disappeared so long, and having found Hiro's body and everything, like... I know it's weird. I'm starting to suspect her a little bit, though. As being, like, involved. Where the hell's the stairs up?
Yeah, there.
It is such a weird hallway.
You could always open up the map.
Anyway.
Like, at any given point, you could just have an overlay
we
map.
wanted to look in the... Okay, repository then.
Just gonna point that out. At any point, you just have an overlay. Just press triangle, bam.
Yeah, you're right.
This helps you through any hallway.
I don't have to take this from you.
You're also not going to the repository?
Oh, repository, right,
The art
right.
room.
Art room.
I was confused.
My bad. I thought the repository was the one in the science lab. Or physics
That's
lab.
the story.
Yeah, excuse me.
You have to know the difference between these rooms. What if you get murdered?
Well, I don't think it will be my problem at that point, will it? Fumi and Taka. Remote killers seem to go rigid. But only for a moment.
so then,
Well then, let's get started.
See, that's another thing. She's never been emotive before, but she suddenly started playing with me like, hey, oh, I'm gonna fake an emotion, knowing that I'd pick up on it. So she pretended to be rigid there. I don't know, it's just bothering me all of a sudden. But anyway, the game wants you to suspect her. That's the thing. And I don't want to. Crouch down next to Taka without hesitation, began poking, prodding the bodies.
I knew it.
They were killed using similar weapons. So smooth, she was so calm. Seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess.
It's how the killer was able to move Fumi's massive corpse from the nurse's office while he discovered here the repository. See how that was possible further. Fumi died with a blow to the head. Glasses are clean now. Yeah, this is nothing new. I just thought Kyoko might have something new to say.
You might have to talk to her again.
So,
Kyoko got creeped out poking at dead bodies and stuff. Nope. She's just gonna ask if, yeah.
So then.
No thanks.
Okay,
Kyoko,
let's see what she has to say.
found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taco always wore on his left hand?
He did?
Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Did you dislike other people that much?
No, that's not it. Anyway, so you said he had a watch.
so then,
Take a look. It's broken. You can see the hands aren't moving, right? Most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. You notice the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. So it happened before 7 o'clock. He was the first one to die.
Yet he was hit with Hammer 4.
He was hit with Hammer 4, which also didn't have any blood on it. That would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6.
that's right.
Last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Hey, how long are you going to keep us waiting? Right, he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that. Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. Appears to be gripping it. See, that's something I should have been able to investigate the corpse and then found by myself
Well,
and
your
not have
person
Kiri
does
Kiri.
not want to look at corpses that closely. It's a weird thing to everyone that she actually investigates that closely.
I understand that. But it should still be something I should be allowed to do.
Your character cannot handle that.
Something white in there. You try and pry it out. Maybe he got a similar note saying, like, maybe not the one that Hiro got saying to come visit the rec room, but he might have received a note saying that they knew where the laptop was.
Maybe.
Because...
Rigor Mortis has already said in. Boys are better suited at this kind of manual labor, right? Okay. The ones who had grasped Taka's cold hand, the ice cold hand was nearly enough to cause my heart to stop beating. He was able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper.
Hey,
All he had in his hand? Yeah, that's it. This little scrap of paper doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it?
is that right?
I wonder about that.
That's what's gonna solve this mystery.
Well, the thing is, he must have been clutching a note, and then the murderer took it out of his hand. But because of the rigor mortis or whatever, it was collapsed, and when they took it, he ripped.
And they just didn't notice.
Maybe.
Because they just murdered a person.
Or they thought, oh, it's just a quarter, it doesn't matter.
So then,
Perhaps he left us a few clues of his own.
The glasses.
I mean, it wouldn't be out of the norm to say, hey, someone tried to trick both of them, saying we know where the laptop is.
Because they both wanted the laptop.
Exactly. This isn't going to give me any... Yeah, okay. Hold on.
We need to talk to her.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. And of course, we're not going to mention to her that his glasses have been wiped clean. No
She
way.
probably already noticed that.
No,
Somehow.
because she didn't...
Somehow.
Somehow she knows.
She probably already knows.
indeed.
I did, more than I expected, to be honest. Look at this. A lot of paper.
That's right.
Had it hidden on him.
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants, so I can only assume he'd hidden it on purpose, you see. Wait, so
Why is that?
it was just his pants, not his socks or something. I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. It's like, it better be important, Fumi, or I'll never forgive you for this. A note. I found a hole, maybe we can use it to escape. Okay, so they got the same note. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. But the equipment room isn't where he was found. He was found in the library.
Right.
After being in the rec room. But that's all on the 3rd floor regardless.
Right.
so...
That sounds very familiar. It's the same thing Hiro said when he was telling us the truth.
However,
Although it's not exactly the same, is it?